Today is June 9th, or July 9th, I should say, 2015, and as you can see, I'm on a boat that is about to capsize. Well, we're on turbulent waters, and basically this is just a clip to say that everything that I have been talking about in the past is just the same as it was before, and not much has changed. I've been doing a lot of work and trying to look for work, and aside from that, and some college classes and things that I continue to tweet about, or video clips that I want to be making about other things that are going on, not too much has changed. So there's no way that I can work with the lawyers that I have for my case with my baby, and they never worked for me in the past. They are not working for me now. They never will. They work for the FBI, and basically there's just not I'm just tired of trying to pretend like something that I do could change things when there's nothing that I could do that would make them happy, and there's nothing that I could do that would change anything. I mean, if they had been amenable to having me raise my own daughter, they wouldn't be cloning my kids to start with. They wouldn't be actively interfering as a government entity by cloning them to start with. And then, then you think, well, maybe they'll let you raise your baby girl anyway. No, they won't. And they let my brother. They let my brother raise his own kid. I've seen 2 sets of cloned kids with him, and he has co-parented and partly raised his kids. And when I asked my dad, would he allow me to raise one of his kids, or when I asked him if he would allow my brother to raise one of his kids, sort of nods or says, maybe, or something like that. And then when I asked him if he would allow me to raise one of his kids, he says no. And why is that? Well, it's because my brother goes along with what the government wants, and I don't. So, I mean, there have been a few times I've wondered if my brother's like a hostage, like if he's like a man in a weird surrogate situation where he actually has to do whatever his woman partner wants him to do, and if he doesn't, then he's threatened or something. I've even wondered if, somebody uses him sometimes as like for sex or something, like the way that typically is done with women. But I can't assume anything, because what I do know is that the woman he's had these clones with is somebody that he was introduced to when he was like a preteen or very young teen, and I met her then too. And he basically sold into this whole government idea a long time ago, and I didn't. And so basically, when I was around age 13, age 13 or younger, my brother, who's 2.5 years younger than I am, came up to me and said, well, this psychologist talked to him, and after I had a psych eval for one of these CPS cases, maybe he could raise my kid, and he would raise my baby. You know, and like, why is my brother, who is a kid, telling me that what the adults have decided in the government is that my brother Levi could raise my child, but I can't? And that puts me in a position of realizing, if the government is saying that they want my brother to raise my kid, there's something seriously wrong. Because, you know, then I've worked as a nanny for how many government families? I mean, it's pretty crappy what the United States government has done. I mean, they really, literally hate my guts. They resent me, hate me, and anything that they think I don't want to have happen to me, they've tried to make sure happens to me. So, you know, if I say I don't want to raise other people's kids in the United States, like I don't want to be a teacher for all these military shits and their kids, or United States government individuals and their kids, you know, who are in the FBI. CIA. But I want to raise my own kid. And then what they've done instead is they've made sure that I don't raise my own kid. But then they give me nanny jobs. And then make fun of me when I'm raising their kids, so that they can say, haha, you are doing exactly what you said you most didn't want to do. It's not very good English conjugation of that. So, you didn't want to work for any of our kids, and look at you now. That's what you do. You work for our kids, benefit our kids, and their intellectual growth. And, but we've kidnapped your kids, and you'll never get to have anything to do with them. I really hate this government. I don't want to live here. I've never wanted to live in this country. I'd reject my citizenship for another country's citizenship that treats me like a citizen in a minute. I want out of this country.